Yesterday, I did a video where I was talking about the before and the after of a number of different things in this dining deck area and back in the potager. And this is the spot where I am going to incorporate more brick into the area where we removed the U in kind of a herringbone fashion that will resemble what we did in two other areas of the garden. And so Victor is going to help me today while I pot up some things, and he's going to, but this is roughly the pattern that it will be in, and he will make it transition seamlessly, won't you, Victor? Into the existing area. We'll put down some more gravel, and we're not putting this on a base of anything. We're not putting plastic underneath it. All we are doing is excavating out a certain amount of dirt so that the brick and the stone will lie flush with the existing area, and then we'll top dress it with gravel. At this point, Victor and Carlos are just helping me excavate out the dirt so we can get it to a point that's level. Sadly, you can see how dry this soil is because we just didn't get much rain. But nevertheless, these guys are strong, and it's a lot easier for them to do it than it would be for me. So now that they've got enough soil excavated, they will place the brick and the stones, and then once they get them placed, I'll take another look at them if I want to reposition some or if I want to tweak them a little bit. But I don't want it to be too perfect. Victor, you know that about me, don't you? That I like it to be just perfect, but not too perfect. So see how much more quickly they can do this than I can. So now that everything has been positioned correctly, then we have gotten them in level to the degree I wanted them level. Now we're just putting back in some soil, and then the final level will be pea gravel, and we'll kind of tidy it up. And then there's just a couple of things that I'll be doing around the perimeter so it will look as if it's been there forever. And the next time you see this, you guys, it should be finished. So here was my next idea that I had while Victor and Carlos were working on that, and that is that Southern Living just so kindly sent me some more Obsession Nandina that I so like, and we can kind of tuck one or two in here on the edge where it begins to segue into the back of the bed, so it will look like this new area has been here forever, and also to match some of the Nandina that's on the other side. If I sound like I'm out of breath, I am, because I've been running back and forth and back and forth. But this will be a nice transition, a nice soft planting, and Obsession does well in sun or shade. So I like to get a second opinion from Victor. He's got a good eye, and he agreed with me. So I think that's what we're going to do. So this is another update. So they have watered in the first layer of just dirt. And you can see how much clearance there is that we have left for the gravel. So Victor, it looks like about an inch, maybe. Now we'll come back in with the gravel. The amount of spacing and the depth of the spacing may not be exactly the same all the way around, but that's okay. This is going to be imperfectly perfect. And so now we will just put on the gravel. So now that last addition of gravel has gone in, and Victor is just kind of carefully blending it with the dirt back below so that the gravel, as I discussed the other day in a video, just kind of slowly fades away. He'll put some right there. We'll see, he does it before I even have to show him. Thank you, Victor. Okay. And then we'll hose it down, which I think is the most gratifying part, is when we get to finally hose it down. Yes, and then he is amending other areas where it's kind of washed away. You'll probably hear other things going on, all sorts of jobs getting tackled today. By the end of the day, we will have accomplished much. Okay. Thank you, Victor.
You're welcome.
Okay, now the fun part. Grab that hose, Victor. This is the part that normally I like to do myself. It's similar to when you completely clear off a table before you dust it, and then the dusting is so gratifying. Well, this is the same thing. All of the hard work, Victor and Carlos have done all of the hard work. And now this is the fun part where it just gets mixed in with everything else. And if you'll kind of wet down also the stepping stones around it, Victor, you'll see how that it really does blend in. That entire area will blend in beautifully. And I think we made the right decision to put that Obsession Nandina in there. We may add a tiny bit more gravel to the back, but I think it looks brilliant. And now there'll be so much more space. It makes this entire area feel so much larger, and you'll get the full effect of that when I do the after video that I promised, that Stuart and I promised. But I think it looks great. I'm thrilled with it, and over time it will look even better, especially when I zhuzh it a little bit more. So there you go. There is the addition of a little bit more herringbone brick, loose herringbone, perfectly imperfect.